In the distance, an adult humpback breaches. But as we approach, a small silver dove launches itself from the sea. There is a calf here too. Only a few weeks old, its body is still slight and soft, and it has an enormous amount to learn. Suddenly, this peaceful encounter becomes something quite different. The sheer power being unleashed around this tiny calf is extraordinary. Still, it remains close to its mother. You begin to wonder whether we are witnessing something more than play. For a young humpback, learning to control a body like this is a remarkable process. It is born with the same basic physical equipment as its mother, but not yet the strength, coordination, or experience to use it. And in the open ocean, those abilities may eventually become far more than spectacular displays. They may matter for survival. This calf is still protected by one of the most formidable animals in the ocean. But that protection will not last forever. There may come a time when a shark or other threat approaches, and the explosive power we are witnessing around it today could have an entirely different purpose. We cannot know whether the mother is deliberately teaching her calf, but it is difficult to watch this extraordinary interaction without wondering what the youngster is learning from it. The sound, the movement, the pressure of the water, and the immense physical power of an adult whale being demonstrated only meters away. For now, the difference between them could hardly be greater. The mother's movements can turn the surrounding sea to white water. Her calf can only imitate some of that energy with a still soft body and an almost floppy little tail. But that will change quickly. It has to. This calf has been born into one of the great migrations on Earth. Its first months will demand extraordinary growth. It must build muscle, coordination and endurance, while travelling thousands of kilometres beside its mother. And eventually, it will make its first journey south towards the feeding grounds of Matumbayo. Perhaps that is what makes this encounter so remarkable. We are seeing this animal at the very beginning of its transformation. A few weeks ago, it had never taken a breath. It had never crossed an ocean. It had never needed to defend itself. Almost everything it currently knows about being a whale comes from remaining beside its mother. So perhaps these moments of apparent play are important. Perhaps imitation is important. Perhaps simply being surrounded by the movements of an experienced adult is part of growing up as a humpback. We don't yet know. And there is something wonderful in that uncertainty. As the session continues, the calf begins to give its mother a little more room. Perhaps even a young humpback knows when enough is enough. But the bond between them remains absolute. For these first months of life, its mother is protection, nourishment, navigator. And perhaps teacher. Eventually the intensity subsides. The two come together again and continue their journey. There are thousands of kilometres ahead of this little seal. Its body will become larger, its tail stronger, its movements more controlled. And one day, the extraordinary power it has been surrounded by today will be its own. Whether we have witnessed a lesson, exercise, play, or simply the exuberance of two whales together, we cannot know. But for a few extraordinary minutes, we have been allowed to watch a young humpback at the very beginning of its life, discovering what its body can do, aside the whale from whom it has everything to learn.